With the Open just around the corner, we've done some pretty horrible open workouts. Now, today's list, we're looking at compiling the top 5 worst open workouts. So guys, if you watched my last video, which is the most common movements that are looking at being in the Open, if you haven't checked that one out now, but that at least explained what we should expect coming into this year based on Dave Castro's previous programming. But today, we've compiled a list of these workouts that made us fucking feel like shit, that drove us into the floor, that absolutely annihilated us when we did them, and that we were like, no thanks on a repeat. Honorable mentions, just like last video, we'll start with a few honorable mentions, things that were pretty bad, but just weren't bad enough to make the top 5. These are all based on my opinion, by the way, so you might have a different opinion. If you do, leave them in the comments. What was the worst open workout for you? Without further ado, let's go. So, honorable mention number 1, we go 13.3. So 13.3 was possibly at the time was a 13.3 at the time was a horrible workout. Starting off with Karen and then going into 90 double unders, 30 ring muscle ups. For most people, they could barely even get through Karen in under 12 minutes, let alone those other 2 components. And especially at that period of time in 2013, doing Karen unbroken was almost like seen as a godlike thing. Whereas these days, pretty much any athlete in the top 40 can do Karen unbroken. But that's why it is an honorable mention. It was bad when it came out. When you did it, it was terrible, but these days, not so bad. Next honorable mention, we're gonna hit on to 15.5, row thrusters, 27, 21, 15, 9. Once again, another brutal workout, but like I said, there is worse workouts out there, things that have made me feel worse, but at the time doing 15.5, it did wreck me. Final one is 15.3, purely for the fact that it knocked 90% of RX out. People who are like, you know, coming in, gonna smash this workout, open workout, 15.3 in the bag, and they didn't even get a single rep because it started with those 7 muscle ups, 50 warbles, 100 double unders. They're the honorable mentions. Let's get straight into number 5. Number 5 is going to be 18.4. So this was Diane into heavy Diane handstand walks with a 9-minute cap. Now, the reason why I find that this workout hits that number 5, hits that top list, it wasn't a terrible workout at the time. However, one thing that I found with 18.4 was the feeling in my lower back. I said it so hard after Diane that my lower back was not recovering for 3 days. I redid the workout 3 days later and didn't improve my score. My lower back was gone for another 3 days. So I think just like the physical implication it had post-workout was just completely different to any other workout you've done. Like, apart from tearing your hands on other workouts, like nothing would leave you feeling that fatigued. But 18.4 was bloody terrible. Secondly, onto that, you just went balls to the wall and Diane, finished it in 3 minutes, and then tried to pick up the 140 deadlift and just had nothing. So that's why it's on the list, that's why it's number 5. Number 4, we go Warbles row from 19.1. So this was a 15-minute AMRAP, 19 Warbles, 19 cal row. Pretty simple. The reason why this was so bad, in my opinion, was that everything had to stay unbroken. As soon as you broke one movement, your score just plummeted. You need to keep a high pace on the row, keep those warbles unbroken, and there was 0 transition time. So there was no way you could hide on this workout. You went straight from the warbles, into the row, back to the warbles, into the row, and just back and forth like that till the time cap ended. And you were just counting down those seconds on the row. You're like, come on, like, hurry up and cap the workout. It was just one of those workouts that it really showed, you know, how far you can hurt, how much you can push, and like where people were based on just their pure capacity to move. Number 3, 17.1. This was a kind of a bit of a revelation workout that came into the Open. It was the first time they released burpee box jump overs. So this workout was started small and got bigger as it went on. So 10 snatches, dumbbell snatches, 15 burpee box jump overs, and then 20, 15, 30, 15, 40, 15, 50, 15. The most brutal part about this workout was the fact that when you got to the last part of the 40s, did your burpee box jump overs, you've done 100 dumbbell snatches already, you've got to find some fucking energy to go from 100 to another 50 reps to finish off that workout. Secondly on that as well, The push-pull combo of this workout was like next to none, as the parallel that made you feel like someone's just hammering the back of your head the whole time, trying to hold on that dumbbell, then go into those burpee box jump overs and cycle them efficiently and then go back to that dumbbell again was just like, it was too much. Number 2, the run-up for the worst open workout I've ever done, 16.5 or 14.5, whichever one we look at. This was 21, 18, 15, 12, 9, 6, 3 thrusters and bar facing burpees. The reason I find that I keep going back to this one when I think about just horrible workouts is this one put you in a dark place. Starting off with 21, then going to 18, then 15. You're over halfway through the workout, but it didn't even feel like you moved anywhere. Still feel like your sets were pretty much the same and you had to stay unbroken on those thrusters and just move on those burpees. The second reason this one was so brutal was because it had no time cap. So if you were really bad at those two movements, you were gonna spend 30, 40, 50 minutes trying to get this one done. And like, you couldn't finish until every part of the workout was complete. So there was people when we were doing the open that were there till like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, trying to get the workout done because it just took so long. So the fact that it was uncapped and had huge rep ranges to start off with was one of the reasons why I found it super brutal, and it just buried you. By the time you got to the 9, 6s, 3s, you're trying to pick your pace up, but you've been going unbroken the whole time, you've been moving hard as it is. It's just felt like it was an impossible battle against yourself. The reason why it's number 2 is because number 1 was a whole lot worse. Number 1.
Hello, Evan.
Hey.
What is, in your opinion, the worst open workout you've ever done?
I think it was like 15.5. It was like 27, 21, 15, 9 calorie row and thrusters at like 42 kilos. That one fucking sucked dick.
Hello, Jared.
How's it going, mate?
Good, good. What, in your opinion, was the worst open workout you've ever done?
Worst open workout? Well, what was 9 in 5? The thruster chest bar one. That was terrible.
How you going, Jess?
Hi.
Most people say good at this point.
Okay, good.
That's good. What, in your opinion, is the worst open workout you've ever done based on feeling?
Probably the thruster chest bar one that just happened.
19.5?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, alright.
Worst workout when it comes to the CrossFit Open so far, based on my opinion, and I think most of you will agree that this one, if not was your worst, was one of the worst you've ever done. 19.5. The most recent workout we just did, chest to bars, thrusters, it was a 20-minute cap, 33, 27, 21, 15, 9, so thrusters, then chest to bar pull-ups. I think, for me personally, the reason why this was so bad was because I tore my hand so hard that there was like, I looked down and I was just like, everything was covered in blood, which was gross to say, but this was in like the first round of chest to bars too. So you start to go to the 27s, the 21s, the 15s, the 9s. The reps started so high. And when you watched Matt Fraser do it, he made it look like a piece of piss. So you're like, I can go broken on the thrusters, I can go broken on the chest to bars, no problem. And then fucking next minute, get into the round of 27s and you were just like, what happened? I felt like I got hit by a truck, you've hit a wall, that capacity just died. And then the chest to bars just got steadily worse and worse as you went through. The combination of high rep range to start and then return to a 21, 15, 9 Fran style workout, like there was no Fran in that for me. Like there was no way I was pushing harder than like breaking my reps up into sets of 3, and then I was doing 5s on the chest to bars too. I think the combination of pull push, once again, was just next to nothing. I don't think I can physically think of a workout that was that bad. That it's definitely one of my all-time worst workouts that I've ever done. And when I was gonna redo it, I had this thought, I was like, oh yeah, I'll redo this one. And then I'm like, it was Tuesday, it was like the last chance to redo the open workout. My hands were so raw, so I had like 6 tears as well. It was fucking brutal. Definitely my number 1 worst open workout. What's yours? Once again, leave a comment down below if you have a worst workout, if you have an experience with an open workout, if you agree or disagree with my list. Otherwise, you like the video, enjoy the content, like and subscribe, and See you on the next video. Stay a beast.
On offense, no defense, stood strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this, now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you.